Hello my little flowers, welcome to the channel. My name is Sunny. Sorry I'm a couple days late with this update. It wasn't my intention, but I got caught up in some other stuff going on in my life currently. I'm almost glad that I waited a couple of days because with legal and PR experts weighing in, I have so much more information and recap to talk about the story than I would have. Plus I can direct you to some cool sources and people who have some very interesting and in-depth professional opinions on this stuff. So look out for those links in the description. Because there's actually a lot of legal issues that colored the way that the Try Guys responded to the situation, may even play a key role in whether the Try Guys are able to succeed or fail after this huge scandal. So I didn't address the original thing about Ned Fulmer, but I'm almost positive everybody knows about what happened. Nevertheless, I'll do a brief recap for everyone who didn't quite get the full picture. In fact, I didn't get the full picture until like 3 days ago, so I had no idea that Reddit was involved in covering it, especially not to this degree, nor did I know that the fans themselves were the ones who reached out to the Try Guys. Things on that front got interesting because with new updates, we're getting to understand that aside from moral and logistical issues, the Try Guys, or even Ned himself, could be totally sued by the employee in which he cheated with, probably exacerbating the amount of pain and frustration that the rest of the Try Guys feel. I want to remind you guys, at the end of the day, the Try Guys conduct themselves like a company, just like BuzzFeed did. They were created as a company and they also operate as a company, and there's a lot at stake, which means that suing on behalf of an employee is far from the realm of possibility here. These people could lose out on a lot of money, and they've already stated that the situation has bled their company's pockets substantially. Before we get into any legal issues, or even interpersonal problems, let's recap in chronological order. So what's nice is that the Try Guys helped break down in order the events that kind of happened, but I will be mainly referencing this Reddit thread, which was immensely helpful. I like to break down situations as they happened and not as they come out, because things can get really convoluted, especially when there's a lot of moving pieces and things happening. So I'll be sure to mark the dates in which everything happened so you guys have a better understanding of what the heck is going on.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romantic behavior. We reached out to check on that employee. Ned confirmed the reports and since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us, and we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on.
That's right, blatantly out in public. Let me just point out that Eugene right here, he doesn't just look angry like a lot of people are saying. He looks like a very, very disappointed dad right now. Like, it seems like he might just be, a bit upset to be affiliated with Ned currently. And I'll get into that and how the Try Guys must be feeling right now, because I bet it's not too great. So this situation was apparently unfolding for an entire month before the announcement was made on Twitter, leading a lot of fans to believe that they did indeed know what was going on. I personally believe them, and even if they did, it's reasonable to assume that during the month of September, at which point they did find out, they needed to sort out a lot of things before they were even close to being ready to come out about this. Let's consult the Reddit threads for a timeline of how it unfolded before discovery. This Reddit thread was created by a throwaway account. It has more of an organized timeline and was posted after Reddit went crazy with speculation the first time. It also has most of the sources and receipts that I ended up using, so the link will be in the description. On September 1st, Ned was allegedly spotted with Alex, who was an employee affiliated with the Try Guys and has actually made appearances in multiple videos. This was the post claiming to have seen them. Feel free to pause at any time and read what's on the screen. I'm probably not going to be able to read them all because then the video would be super long. The links, like I said, will be in the description. September 2nd. Though the first claim was somewhat unsubstantiated, it was a grim foreshadowing of the scandal to come, and showcases that fans are and were paying attention to their behavior in public. This next claim, however, was pretty much the meat and potatoes of the proof that outed Ned Fulmer, and I'll try to condense it as much as possible. U/Hamilton390 made a post claiming to have also seen Ned and Alex around town. It states, multiple people have seen Ned around NYC this week making out with the women at local bars. It's unfortunate for Ariel, his family, and the tri-team, but it's true. Of course, the first thing that come to mind for a lot of people on Reddit was that this dude was making it all up for internet points. So he personally DM'd people who doubted him with receipts, as well as a video. This would be the same video that made its rounds on Twitter and kicked up a lot of dust about the drama. Or more specifically, just screenshots, parts of the video. Allegedly, the person whom they're talking to in these DMs is Alex's fiance, Will. Also, from the way that they're speaking to Will, it seems almost as if this is someone who knows them in person. I could be wrong on that, a lot of people were speculating about this, but I don't think it would be out of the realm of possibility. From this, a Twitter account with the name Ned Fulmer Exposed posted higher quality screenshots of the two kissing, further confirming it for a lot of people. And that explains why there's a silly freaking watermark on most of the pictures that everybody is using. Aside from it looking like Ned and Alex at a glance, internet people did further digging to identify the two, including confirming height differences and matched the purse that Alex had to the purse that she had been seen wearing before. On September the 8th, Zach would talk about how it's been a rough week. Honestly, I really feel him. I would be having a rough week too if this was happening to me in my friend circle. Ned would go on to be edited out of a lot of Try Guys content, including the tracksuit ads that went up on Instagram. And recent videos like the Try Guys ruined chocolate eclairs. Fans took special notice of the eclairs video because early access patrons were given later than expected access to the video. And there's some evidence that heavy editing was done before the video was posted. Also, and I think most blatantly of all, the introduction to the video used to include all 4 Try Guys. Now the intro is completely changed.
Theme.
And on the 25th, all was revealed. You see, fans started wondering where the heck Ned had gone. He was blatantly edited out of videos, with intro, videos were dropping from twice a week to once a week, and a lot of people were starting to speculate. What has Ned done? So the videos and screenshots were dropping, proving there was a situation. The screenshots shown before between Mystery Redditor and Alex's fiance were leaked into Twitter as an explanation of why Ned had disappeared. Remember, this person had shown these screenshots to multiple people apparently who were doubting him in the Reddit post. On September 26th, Ned removed pictures of Alex from his Instagram. A huge red flag, as people were already suspecting or even mostly assuming something was up between them, Alex specifically. The Try Guys announced that they would no longer be working with Ned Fulmer, but didn't specify why. Although at this point, everyone pretty much had it in mind that the Twitter screenshots were making around. Ned went ahead in a post and addressed the situation, saying that he had a consensual relationship with an employee from the company, and that he should have focused more on family, which made the internet kind of burst into flames, and that's when it really all started. Will, who was Alex's fiance, Alex being the girl that Ned cheated with, would go on to deactivate his Instagram temporarily, and fans would post first-hand accounts of their interactions with Ned and how they thought he was a creepy kind of person who was always hitting on women. These claims were pure speculation, of course, but I'll be going into them towards the end after we get through the legal ramifications. Now, because breakdown was unexpectedly long, I think I'm going to make some follow-up videos going into more depth about possible legal troubles that the Try Guys could be facing, as well as new updates that are bound to come out about the situation. I really want to talk about the interpersonal impact that may have occurred and whether or not the Try Guys can bounce back from this. So I do have some fodder to make a follow-up if anyone likes hearing me explain this. I know I do appreciate listening to one person break down a situation instead of searching the web for all the pieces of the puzzle. Okay, so let's touch on the next part of this video.
And thus began a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more, in order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps. From the jump, we were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone who works here.
By the way, them talking about this 3-week process of review would explain quite well actually why they hadn't come out about the situation thus far. So Eugene explains quite well in this clip actually. When a company comes across issues like this, which are bound to happen by human nature, usually a dedicated HR department is deployed in such a way that protects the company itself from legal issues due to workplace relations, and the employees who those regulations are implemented specifically to protect. HR tends to work in tandem with public relations, ensuring that employees are representing company values, and also with lawyers who, like I said, are there to protect the company. A lot of people were speculating that Ned was fired purely due to image, which I don't think is the case really. I think it had a lot to do with personal betrayal. Ariel, after all, was their friend too. Maybe moral conflict, because I'd like to assume that the rest of the Try Guys are good people. And of course, legal issues threatening the company itself. Speaking of which, I heard that the address from the Try Guys was perfectly done in PR terms. I'm very happy that they're moving forward so well, because these people seem genuinely great and definitely didn't deserve the scandal and betrayal from their best friend to happen to them. Anyway, we'll get into it. According to the Hollywood Attorney on YouTube, California is an at-will state, meaning that companies can fire their employees for pretty much any reason they want to. There's not much need to justify why Ned was fired, even as a co-founder. In fact, as a co-founder, there's more than likely a special agreement that Ned has signed, making sure that he is still a good face and a good fit for the company, seeing as his personal image can jeopardize the well-being of the Try Guys. Like, for example, remember when Papa John was fired from Papa John's for saying the N-word? Very similar situation, kind of. But what about Alex? Alex is where the legal concerns really come in. She could claim wrongful termination, seeing as how one of the founders of the company was, getting it with her. Meaning as a young 20-year-old female, she could have been taken advantage of by her employer, who is in his mid-30s and married. And no matter how we see it, that can look very bad in court. They could potentially still fire her, as obviously she's the face of a very public scandal within the company, but get her to agree to sign something that prevents her from suing. Like a good severance or some money or something like that.
I think that you are valid and okay to feel sad about this, even though these are not people that you knew in real life. I know that the word parasocial has been thrown around a lot, and then some people have tried to make you feel bad for having that parasocial attachment to begin with. You're allowed to care about the content you watch, and you're allowed to care about us. If we've had an impact on your life, and the videos that we've made have had an impact on your life, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And that means a lot to us. And I don't want this moment to change how you feel or make you look back and go, that wasn't real, or I should feel dumb forever investing emotionally in the first place.
PR-wise, the video coming out about things really helped the company do a 180. A lot of people were really satisfied and proud of the Try Guys because they didn't try to cover up anything and immediately address the issue, even before they were ready to come out in public about this. Again, legal issues. They ended up being extremely open and honest about the process, their feelings, and how it impacted them. Because honestly, the way they went about this was super clean cut, but it also cost them a lot of money. Think about all the editing and content that they lost out on, the views, which probably took a lot of investment. I would say at first PR was looking terrible. This is a group of fun-loving guys who really aren't expected to start any sort of scandal. And then one of them cheats on his wife of years, with an employee almost a decade younger than him. Yeah. With the way that they addressed this though, the internet was rooting for them. They even got some influencer guests helping to fill in at Ned's place in the podcast. Although they released a statement saying that they don't plan on replacing Ned, with the fourth try guy. So I could see a fourth try guy now being a little bit awkward as well, so that's understandable. They posted another short on their YouTube channel just yesterday, expressing how frustrated and upset they were about the situation, especially because they're so tongue-tied because, like I said, legal issues. Fans have speculated that Ned has acted kind of douchey around women for a while. A lot of first-hand accounts talking about what it was like to meet him and being around him at bars. Former BuzzFeed employee Stephen Alec makes Instagram stories. He says that he and Ned has had a rough falling out many years ago, and he is not surprised at Ned's duplicity, but is surprised at his stupidity because Ned is not stupid, although he always liked Ariel. For these screenshots though, I want to point out that I wouldn't take it as seriously as everything else, which is mostly substantiated. However, I wouldn't completely dismiss it either. That's all I have for you guys today. I tried to make this brief. I'll be sure to post a small video updating you guys in the future about anything new to come out. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked my video, consider subscribing for more. Let me know what your thoughts are. Did I miss anything? And how are you guys feeling about this? Because I was down for a while too, and you know, this is a safe space to talk if you're feeling a little bit bummed out about the news. Thank you guys. Bye.